As a young writer, encountering Valerie Boyd and having the privilege of her mentorship, I think she absolutely taught me about bravery, that it doesn't have to be bombastic. Sometimes it's steady. Sometimes it's quiet. It may be like a program running in the background as you do what you do. Doesn't have to be announced. It's a regular practice of paying attention to what your fears are and calibrating to what steps you need to take in order to increase your courage. She taught me about asking questions that invite students to reconsider their own perspectives as valuable and important in their own stories, and to mine those as well as, any kind of research you're doing about the broader world. So I will never forget her for that, and I'm so thankful to have been one of her students.
I met Valerie Boyd years ago. I was starting my work on Carl Van Vechten and Langston Hughes, and we had a lot of common interests and concerns, and she was very generous to me as she was forging her own path. Sometimes these worlds can be full of competition and lack of generosity, and Valerie did not walk that way. She was committed not only to the work she was doing, but to building community among scholars, particularly Black scholars and Black women scholars. And I felt the great gift of her support and her commitment to that larger goal, which is that we are telling the same story, all different parts of it, and we need to see each other as collaborators in the grand experiment. I think of really reviving our ancestors through the work of biography. And I certainly found in her not only a colleague, but a spiritual companion. Her work, I think, was defiantly gorgeous. It was not academic in a way that was alienating or, sort of dedicated to the elevation of kind of arcane language. She was really interested in telling stories about people, and even our ancestors, our literary, predecessors. She saw them as human beings, and her work reflected the respect she had for them as intellectuals, but also as individuals who made wonderful art and sometimes made mistakes, but were glorious human beings. And that's who Valerie was. She was a fantastic, full person who was truly delightful, and someone who understood in her quiet and serious way the importance of the platforms that she created, really, through the work that she did. I mean, her work will live on. This is a wonderful thing that she did, and the example she gave to us all by continuing the work and understanding the power of the stories, even in the wake of real setbacks. I think it's something we all just have to hold as a model and aspire to get as close as we can to Valerie's example.